Hello there, C2 here with a channel update and basically a foreshadow of what's gonna happen here in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna be playing Path of Exile with the 2.16 Scourge expansion that looks absolutely amazing. And I haven't been this hyped about the league since a long while. And yeah, we're gonna be playing that for a bit. In the background here is footage from the build I'm going to be playing, the Storm Brand Occultist, made by Valina, which I strongly advise you check out. I'm going to be linking to the video that she provided about the build update to her build guides that she had. And this one piqued my interest a lot. It looks like a very strong build, as you can see in the background. It runs full delirium maps. You can run pretty much anything, to be honest. Like, we're gonna see a boss here that melted in the Cortex, which looks amazing. Delve, pretty much anything, to be honest. So that's gonna be what I'm looking at. She provides leveling, or at least a league start PoB for the build, which I've strongly modified to use some of the masteries that we're gonna be using to our own advantage. Which yeah, let's go straight into it. This is what the build looks like, and this is what the tree looks like at the end of. Well, this is a level 90 league life version of the build. We're gonna be going into we're gonna lead into this, but this build is based around lightning and cold damage due to 2 Call of the Brotherhoods. In this case, what I decided is to go to a build that looks a bit more like this, since Call of the Brotherhood on day 1 is pretty much a pipe dream. We're looking at about 20 to 30 chaos usually early in the league. So that's probably not possible. We're gonna go into mainly lightning damage for a while, and then go into more of a conversion a bit later. Let's start with Act 1. Instead of going straight for Runebinder from here, I decided to go up here, because we're gonna be getting this cluster around Act 3. And then go into here in Act 5. So might as well start with what I believe is the strongest node early in the game that people are really overlooking. And that's this mastery here. Lightning damage deal non-critical strike is with non-critical strikes is lucky, which means that for every lightning damage, it's gonna roll the damage twice and take the IS out of this. These rolls. And as far as lightning goes, we all know it varies a lot. So this overall should provide you with about 30% more damage early, on top of, you know, crackling speed, which used to be in this part of the tree. This is way too strong to pass out. Then for Act 2, the first thing I'm gonna do is grab Elemental Overload. Simply because our crits are not frequent, and when they do, well, I mean, we want them to be strong, but we don't have any multi early, and so we're gonna abuse that for a little bit. And I push for Lightning Walker, and then go for Runebinder to have 2 brands on bosses and rares before the end of Act 2. Which should give us Act 2 is a huge power spike for us for like half the story. Then we go into Act 3. Act 3 provides us with both brand masteries. This brand mastery is not super useful. I'm gonna go with it in second. First, we're gonna go with brand mastery here to have 2 brands, along with some damage that scales with having 2 brands on bosses and stuff like that. And this cluster in general just synergizes so well with Runebinder. We go here and grab this one to have this effect that spreads out our brands further, which should make clear a lot better. Then we go into Act 4. Act 4 gives us some life here and some damage. We start with this one here with some lightning damage, some more lightning damage, but also this mastery that gives us 15% all res, which is great for leveling. We all know that. And this should finish the act with these two in this node here that will lead us into this expansion soon enough. In Lab 1, we go with Forbidden Power that is just flat out broke for, you know, anyone casting stuff. That's just so great. Then we go into Act 5. Oops. We go into Act 5. We take this cluster here and move toward this area that when by lab number 2 should be full. We grab the vitality reservation efficiency, which will basically cut the cost in, I believe, half. We go into this area to boost everything we use, like your roll of lightning, stuff like that, and increase our reservation efficiency further. By the way, on the life cluster, we just take the flat. Flat is good at any point. This is just a free node, if you ask me. And yeah, and then we go into... Why does this keep happening? And then we lead into maps. Right now this is at 88 points. Most people will be around 90. At this point, we should have enough crit to drop this whole section here. We don't really need the 90%, the non-lucky as lucky. If we were to stay in this area in maps, I would probably change this to the chain. Adding one more chain should feel good. And then we transition, as I said. By the way, in Lab 2 we go for Malediction, and then Lab in Merciless we go for Explodey, while until we go into the full tree, which we go for Frigid Wake, because we start scaling frost damage on top of lightning, and you know, cannot be chilled, and cannot be frozen, cannot. Just good in general. As far as gear goes, we really, like you can see here, this is less than 100 chaos basically. This is just sample gear. As far, you can go for tabula rasa, but with tainted chromatic orbs, I have a feeling that 6-link chests that are corrupted are gonna be the hot thing to get early now, since you can scourge them on top of it. So maybe run some Val side areas for a little bit, depending on if you want to push maps as fast as you want or not. As far as pushing maps, my strategy here... Whoop, not the right thing. Did I close it? I think I closed it. Anyway, we're gonna go into Lyra Arcane, and I'm gonna push invasion bosses. Most people really underestimate those two nodes. It's just so good. They drop pretty much anything, including some cool stuff like level 21 gems, which on the first weekend can be really worth it. And per map, you usually get like 4 bosses ish. They drop a lot of currency. They drop maps. They drop. Honestly, it seems like a good strat. And then we're gonna go into Flash Breach, which this build should handle quite well. I know it's been nerfed a lot, but I feel like because of the nerf, if you can handle them, you're gonna make bank, because that's gonna be needed due to the new Flawless Breach Stones. So that's one thing. I think that's pretty much it for this video. This is I'm gonna be providing build updates in the next couple days. I hope you have a lot of fun with the league. Feel free to ask questions. Again, this PoB is gonna be in the description, along with a link to Velina's forum post about this build and the video she did about the different updates. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. See you out. Peace.